Tuesday. I'm your hostess, Jocelyn, and today is Tuesday, September 24th, and today's topic is My Body, Mind, Temple under construction. So we're going to get all into the topic. Just a few housekeeping real quick so that you guys know. Make sure that you're sharing the video to 5 or more of your followers. Let everybody know, come on, tune in to Talk to Me Tuesday because we got an amazing show ready for you guys. If you did not check last week's episode, head on over to Just Be You TV after the show and make sure that you catch up on all the previous episodes. And today we got our lovely, lovely guest. First of all, Aysha, this is my book. You guys may know,
or may not.
They may. They should.
They should.
They're going to learn that.
You will learn.
Effective immediately. You guys will know. Mr. Kelso Cocky himself, Miss Saints and Freaks and Freaks, let them know.
How y'all doing? What's good, you guys? Kevin's Cocky, Kevin Michaels, Saints and Freaks and Freaks. However you may know me, I'm here with my boo. I miss you so much.
Oh my God.
So I just wasn't brought on here like me. I do know her personally, so let's start there.
We are real friends.
We are real friends in real life.
But for some of you guys, if you guys been following the Talk to Me Tuesday journey, we're in our 3rd year, our 7th season. Today is episode 3 of season 7. Ooh. So if you have been following the Talk to Me Tuesday vibe, then you guys know that 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago, Kevin was supposed to come on for this exact same topic, and we had a very unfortunate snowstorm here in Philly, so we was not able to get him, and so many things have transpired. You know, there's so much since then.
A lot has happened.
You know,
a lot has happened.
And here you are.
Same car that got a flat tire for me the same night.
Okay.
When I'm here. So
okay. But the car is still.
The car's running.
You know, and that's all that matters. Gotta stay persistent. Amen. Well, we're gonna get right into the topic. Like I said, we're talking under construction today. Yeah, get comfy, honey. Y'all see the shiny boy? Take that jacket off. Yes, let us know. And y'all see the merch. Y'all already see it. We're gonna get some Saints and Freaks and Freaks gear. So if y'all need something, definitely hit them up. People want to let y'all know how to get all that. But we are talking under construction. So the point of today's episode was definitely to, because everybody who knows you, they know that you have been through an extreme weight loss journey. So you went from, give us the deets on your weight loss journey.
So I went from, so the name, let's start with Kevin's Cocky.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say I was always cocky. Let's start with that.
I think I was wrong.
Right. See, I was wrong. I was wrong. But the name fits now because a few years ago, before I started, 6 years ago. Wow. So when I started, I was 260.
Okay.
And back then, times were completely different than they are now.
Yeah.
So now to see, for example, a thick woman in a crop top, it's like, that's normal, that's sexy, like
it's
you
more
fill it out, it works. But when I was big, when I was 260, when I started, it was like, you need to lose weight, come down, it's not healthy, you can't fit anything. I remember 6 years ago, I was in high school and I was at my biggest, about to graduate. Abercrombie and Fitch was a big thing. That was a big thing. So
yeah.
You want Hollister store, right? High school, like Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister, like it wasn't sneakers like it is now. I wish it was. It's not.
A lot easier.
Right, a lot easier.
Feet don't change.
Feet don't change.
I got fat feet though.
See? But they got wide, you'll be fine. So, needless to say, I remember going into Hollister with my mom, and it's like, even like the people on the floor weren't big. The people behind the counter weren't big. Big wasn't a thing.
Just like, where do you?
Right, it's like, oh, we have your size online.
Here.
But I'm in the
I'm
store.
here right now.
I need my shit down. So
I need my time.
Right, things like that. Health-wise, I remember my aunt telling me, "Oh, you have dark spots on your neck. That's a sign of like diabetes." Maybe I was just dirty. Shit. Like let me live.
And that is the thing, and I just want to stop you there because so often, and what I like to say when people. Let me word it right, because like you said, you were at your biggest, right? And you started, and you're going to get more into how you weren't as confident as you are today. But how we have a tendency of pointing out people's shit. And like you said, yeah, I might have just been dirty. Damn, now you blasting me for this black spot. And now you kind of scared the shit out of me telling me I got diabetes.
Back then I was too young, so I was so young I didn't think I could get that. I was like, no, that happens to older people. I was ignorant.
Right.
But yeah.
So did Did you have any actual health problems
No.
in results here?
My mother stayed on it, went to the doctors. I was healthy. The doctor would always say the same thing. Oh, you know, you can stand on this little weight, cut back on this, cut back on that.
They do say the same shit too.
Always.
That's
Same
why I hate
shit.
the doctor.
All the time.
Anything that happens wrong with you, they be like, well, if you lose weight, then you lose weight. And it's just like, well, now what? I lost 12 fucking pounds.
How are you eating?
Right. I don't know.
Right. What do you want to change? But honestly, no. I just got a trainer.
Okay.
It was those little things. I wouldn't even say it was that, because I was always comfortable with myself. I wanted to change. It was like, all right, what can I do next?
Right.
I got into a relationship, moved into presidential city apartments, got even bigger.
You was eating good.
Right.
Living the good
Then I
life.
started working salon manager. On the way home, it was Wendy's. Like, I would literally drink. I could finish a liter of Pepsi a day.
Wow.
Finish a liter of Pepsi a day. I would come home, do Wendy's. You know, as a salon manager, you prepare, you eat. You get it when you fit in, right? You get it when you fit in. But just learning that it truly is a lifestyle. Like, you need to prepare, you need to prep, you have to change the way you eat. And then once you change that, everything becomes different. Now, soda to me, I've cut out soda. I've been on a 60-day challenge with my trainer.
Okay.
And soda to me is nasty.
Okay.
Because I got that mindset.
It's
Like,
just
if I eat Wendy's
wish
right
it
now, right, I should kill myself. Don't do that if you eat Wendy's and you're on a challenge. Please don't. That's just me. Like, so
that 4 for 4 hit some days.
it's a biggie bag now.
Oh, what?
It's a biggie bag. It's $5.
Wait a
You
minute.
get a bacon, you get a bacon.
Well, how you supposed to know about that? You're not supposed to know about this information.
Edit that out.
I hope the
shit,
trainer's
it's
not
live.
working. Hope the trainer's not watching.
My baby mom better be watching.
Okay.
She is one of my trainers. Shit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just those little things. Like, it's just now, like, so much has become available to us. The nutrition facts. Like, it's not small. Like, restaurants have to make it bold. And now there's this sodium thing that shows like high sodium, low sodium.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're basically telling you you're killing yourself.
But still eat it.
But still eat it
out.
because it's shit.
In the short hours.
And it's right. And healthy eating calls for, I don't care what nobody say, vegan, y'all can have that shit. I can afford that lifestyle and still travel. So I love you though, all my vegans, I love you hard, I love you.
You can't afford it and still travel.
Right.
It's like you really have to choose. So at what point during the journey did you make drastic changes? I know you said you had a nutritionist and you worked out, whatever. Did you take any initial steps where it's just like, okay, let's jumpstart this?
No.
You didn't do any surgeries or anything like that?
You literally like, and I say this with an open heart, I have friends who have had surgeries. I have friends who are considering surgeries. Who don't need it.
Okay.
It's hard at first, but when you are big, it's so easy to just drop it. Just change your diet.
Okay.
You don't even have to really change how you eat, and this shit just won't fall off.
And I've been told that because, and even with myself, like there was a time where I wasn't even this big actually, but I did lose 30 pounds, and all I did different was walk. Like just so when you are that's true. Like when you are bigger, you kind of get that jump start because anything you do different is gonna make
walk more.
Yeah, it's just like it's gonna make such a difference because it's so different than what you've already had or what you've already been doing. So it's gonna have more of a drastic change. Now maintaining it, that's a whole different ballgame. That's when it's just like, okay, you sure you ready that you about this life? Because if you're not, you're gonna pick it right back up. I know so many people that, they go through these great, amazing weight loss, even those who haven't had surgery. They lose the weight and then you're feeling good and then you get back on your shit. Yeah.
So my trainer, I'm starting to lift more.
Okay.
And he has this thing where he doesn't train. God, I hope I'm not putting you on blast. I'm sorry, short. Skinny fat.
Okay.
Like,
elaborate. What is that?
It's literally, and he can explain it. You can ask him. But you literally you're skinny fat. You're just skinny. No definition, no tone. You're soft.
Okay.
Or those people who literally can gain weight, lose it, gain weight, lose it. Because I did it. I lost the weight, quit my old trainers, got cocky and shit. Oh, I can drink the soda again. I can eat whatever I want again. No, you can't.
So did you go? So you went down from the 260 was your biggest.
I was at 260. My smallest was 195. Then I got cocky. Then I got to 230, and then I joined the gym, got cocky, and it's like a revolving door. You really have to be like, all right, I'm skinny. Now what do you do next? So all those people who are in the gym all the time, you have to maintain those bodies. Like it's not so to get surgery again, because then that's permanent, then I pay for it. So
but it's not though.
It's not
because
you
you get that
surgery.
surgery.
You gotta keep it.
Because I've seen people have the surgery and they get their weight back.
I would kill myself.
Yes, for sure.
Because even besides the surgery, the amount of money that we pay in trainers alone, the amount of money I've invested in meal plans, trainers, books, fucking waist belts, creams, sweat gels,
all that
clothes.
Because you gotta get a new leg every day. Whole new wardrobe, all the work out there.
It's a lifestyle.
It is.
It's a lifestyle.
It really is a lifestyle, and that's why I wanted to have this conversation, guys, because so many people like losing weight or getting in shape or all that's all the fad, that's all the rage these days. It's just like, what are you doing about your weight? Especially now, and I love vegans and vegetarians and pescatarians and everybody else, but so many people just being way and jump on shit just because it's what's interesting. Oh, I'm a pescatarian, don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't read the information, don't really know.
Can you spell it?
Okay. Do you even know what you're eating or what you're not eating? And just understanding that. So I know for me personally, getting into some of these situations, I honestly was like intimidated by the whole idea. It's like, this is too fucking much. Because what are y'all talking about? So now I feel pressure, just like, well, the only way you're going to lose weight is if you become a vegan. And then it's just like, well, I don't really want to eat any of this shit. I don't want just vegetables all day. I don't want no tofu burger and all this dumb shit. So it's like, well, now I'm still hungry. So I'm eating veggie burgers. 3 veggie burgers at a time, and all those people say the fries. You know what I'm saying? So it works against us when we don't understand that all we really have to do is just, like you said, make those lifestyle changes.
Just think differently. In the way the world is today, they really have mind-fucked us and made you think that McDonald's is the devil. McDonald's is absolutely the devil, but a double quarter pounder with cheese and mac sauce is still been hit at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's in a moment. Cool. What's good, Saints in this Creeks and Freaks? You already know Kevin's cocky, Kevin Michaels, whatever you call me, you can talk about me behind your back if you want to. I don't give a fuck what you do. But every Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, whatever time zone you're in, just Jocelyn Talk to Me Tuesday. Some of the topics are raunchy, put your kids to bed. Whatever you gotta do, just tune the fuck in. Whatever platform, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, your mom phone, whatever account you need to log into, just watch it. Every Tuesday, Talk to Me Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. Do I need to say it again? McDonald's is like, hey, slid on in.
Pull right on up. Well, of course, we have our next guest, Mrs. Bellamy, Aysha Bellamy. And I'm so glad you could be here with us. I'll give her an air hug.
Air hug, I like it.
Air hug. And we were just here talking about just how the weight loss journey and everything that it encompasses, and where we came in, where you came in, was us talking about these diets. So tell us a little bit about your story.
With my story, I was always thin.
Okay.
I didn't grow up a heavy girl. I was always the super thin, bones, that nickname. Then I went to Afghanistan, and when I came back with injuries and got pumped with medication, I went from 130 to 274 in a year.
That's a whole nother person. And
like,
I'm talking like a new bitch.
She literally weighed.
Yes.
My body.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
That's literally crazy.
And I went through one of the things you were talking about, which is, the doctors tell you lose the weight, and you go through all of the things, but the medications weren't coming off. So what I was experiencing was I would lose a couple pounds. I was using products, things like that. I was in the gym, but I would only lose a couple pounds because I still had the medication. So I had to remove medications, and I was on 32 pills a day. Remove the meds, take, earthly meds.
Period.
And get it on my own.
The weeds, guys. The weeds.
Weed.
Yes. Cannabis. The cannabinoid. That's what I
I
did.
had a 90-year-old woman tell me, I said, what did you do? You don't need to walk or anything. What did you do? Have sex on weed?
That part.
Sign me up for that shit.
That part.
We're in.
That's the diet I need. So wait, would you say have sex? How many times?
In position?
I was about to say, is it like just
Is
anal
it
or?
regular, missionary? What do we? Okay.
Because I think all of the things.
All of the above.
Yes.
I'm feeling like it has to be some level of calorie drop.
Oh, yeah.
And that was my thing was yoga.
Oh,
I did this thing called the Yogasm. Ashley Satu, I love her yoga.
It sounds really
experience.
like sexual.
It was. It's
Okay.
yoga for the yoni.
Um,
Yes. That's
Wait a
the
minute.
thing. That is
How's that
the thing.
work?
Honey, we stretch them hips and things happen.
I'm
just
sorry,
saying.
they got yoga for the wee wee?
Yes, they do. Actually. Yes, they do.
Wait a minute.
Well, no.
Stay tuned. We're gonna have another episode on that, or maybe a separate class. Listen,
Yes.
I'm gonna say I know I ain't playing, cause that sounds interesting. I'm all for a good night.
Yes, she's based out of California and she came to Philly about 4 years ago and I did her class 4 years ago and that was the opening. It was like, oh,
It's such a metaphor. The opening.
I am constantly stretching.
Okay.
I am never not stretching.
She hasn't come to buy some things.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got you.
Are you? No, I'm
Of
sorry.
course they know each other. Moving forward.
I am a part of the tribe, I'm sorry.
Is this some type of Star Trek?
It is, I'm sorry, I am a part of the
I
tribe.
love vibes and vinyasa.
Those are my.
What is it called?
Vibes and vinyasa.
Shout out to them.
So, hi, Ronnie, hi. So they are two young ladies, three. They started Vibes and Beyonce. They just celebrated their 2-year anniversary. So the idea was to bring us to
Like us.
the authentic
Okay.
us, and now other people are coming in. But we started out with an hour of yoga,
Mhm.
the Beyonce, and afterwards is the Bible. So you socialize, you network.
Oh, okay.
It's just sponsors. It's dope because you have people who've never done yoga before, people who have, and you connect.
Yeah.
It's so decent. And like my yoga journey, I never did it, but I've always wanted to stretch. But like when I say like that's my weekly refresher, that in church.
Amen. And you be set to go.
Hello.
So tell us. So I know that you mentioned 273,
274.
274. Back to.
Right now, and then this is because of yoga, because I'm constantly stretching, I am in constant moving, and I'm not skinny fat. So
So that's constant because you literally have to. It's muscles involved and so much
Yes.
breathing. So in working out, you have to breathe, and there's so much
Yes.
work. But with that, you're working against your own. You're working against yourself.
Right.
So.
Okay. So I know that you said that you dropped the medication. So with that, so realistically speaking, because a lot of people are on medication and things like that, and medication and steroids and all that type of shit that they pile us up with and pump us up with, you can't necessarily just say, oh, F it, I'm off the drugs.
Yes.
You know, how was that? I know that you mentioned cannabis, and a lot of people do know that that's a natural medication, but did your body go through, outside of losing the weight, obviously?
Oh, I went through a lot of withdrawals.
Okay.
I had medications that had me homicidal, suicidal. I was seeing double vision, and those were the moments that made me say enough.
Okay.
Those were the moments that made me say, I don't care how this withdrawal will go. I know me, I know I can handle it, but this has to come out of my system. And by the time I got to the end of it, that was, especially with that particular medication, each med took about 6 months to a year to wean out of my body. I am just now in a place where this is my hustle. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Very much so.
With 32 pills.
Yes.
Right, I'm like, first of all, I don't even
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
How do you pronounce 32 pills? Let's start with that.
Because what the fuck were they?
Right.
Oh my goodness, seizure medications, pain medications, antidepressants, it was muscle relaxers, it was Xanaflex, it was literally any medication that you could think of that they could give me. Anytime I went in and I said, listen, my knees are bad, my knees hurt, because I left Afghanistan with bilateral knee, bilateral hip, I had rotated my left hip out of socket. I ended up with 2 lower vertebrae on my back messed up and 2 on the upper part of my back messed
I
up.
don't even know what happened.
And I had a broken bone. I'm scared.
I don't even know what
Lord,
happened.
don't bring that. You 30 now.
And I would like to take a moment to thank you for
Right,
this.
that's not
Okay.
Seriously. Because, and it's, so, I don't fuck politics on Talk to Me Tuesday, y'all know that.
You don't?
Nah, I prefer not to.
I'm sorry, but I got an announcement. If you guys don't know, 5 o'clock they announced they're going to start the impeachment. No politics are being talked about.
We're gonna talk about that after the show. But when it comes to you know, I have a soft spot for you guys because it's like the most selfless thing to do. I feel so indebted to you guys. So it's like to know someone personally, it's just like, you really did that?
Right.
Like, I would never.
I would never.
I would not dare sign up to, you know, and I know that I know a little bit of your story. You can share if you would like, but no, it's not
That's a whole
necessary.
other show.
Yeah, for sure. But I did want to take that moment to recognize you because, you know, you're young, you're vibrant, just to come back and then go through all of that, all because you came to fight for this country. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? And now all y'all can do for me is give me 32 fucking pills?
Yeah. And
So I can be a fat ass bitch and I don't want to be a fat bitch?
And then what they tell you is lose the weight. So as you lose the weight, like right now, I still have all my pains, I still have seizures, I still have all of the things that they told me would go away when the weight came off.
That's what I
And
said.
that's not what happened. The exact opposite happened. So now I've just found, you know, every medicine I had, we have supplements and we do natural ginger, turmeric. Like I replaced it.
So it works.
Oh,
It's not a fad.
no.
Cause I'm so cynical, guys. So I just be like, this shit don't work. They like just drink some tea, just just pray on it, get some tea, get some little oil on your body, and I'm just like, this shit ain't gonna work. Give me the drugs. Where is the Excedrin? Like seriously.
Well, none of that works unless you're consistent.
So your drugs are pretty much overpowering each other. Like, or
Oh
they
my,
were
they were.
counteracted each
I
other.
had drugs I was
What
taking
the
that I wasn't
side
supposed to
effects?
take.
Like,
Exactly.
what the fuck?
I had medications that I was taking together that I was never supposed to be taking together, and I didn't find out until after we removed them from my, like we removed them. The doctors didn't remove them. We removed them. And it was like, oh, you know, technically those aren't supposed to interact, and that's what was causing this, and that. And now
Right.
these are long-term effects you have.
So since you've come down, you've lost the weight, you stopped the drugs, you started smoking weed, like you've been drinking tea and ginger and turmeric and all the good stuff.
Yes.
And now, so what do the doctors say? Because that is a really big part of it. Like a lot of people are like, okay, so you know I can't get off my drugs, or like I said, the doctor says, okay, well Jocelyn, if you lose 15 pounds, then maybe you know your ankles will stop swollen. Okay, well now I lost 12, and they don't look like they went down at all. So
last 3.
right. And then when I get here, then what y'all gonna do?
Nice.
Suck the fucking salt out or whatever it
Do
is,
what y'all gotta do.
and stop playing with me. So have your doctors giving you, because you're basically saying you took yourself off these meds against doctor's orders or you know whatever that looks like or however that was. So how was that conversation or situation?
The first thing that they said to me was this on purpose? Even though we have it documented with them telling me I have to lose the weight for health reasons and things like that. And then it was, so now you're fine.
Wait.
Because to look at me, I don't look as though anything's wrong anymore. I used to be in a wheelchair. I used to walk with canes. Like it was real. There wasn't anywhere I could go, nothing that I could do without having someone here and someone here. Because at any given point in time, my knees could give out or my hip would give out and literally just become dislocated. This was a real thing. I couldn't live in a house that had more than 3 steps. So now that those things aren't necessarily an everyday issue, because I do still have issues with activities of daily living, to them to look at me, I look great, so you're good.
So they just pretend that they didn't have you on $5,099.
Right.
And now since you self-medicated, you're fine.
Yes.
So do you get a refund? Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? That's just like, okay, well I figured it out. I'm trying to figure out where she was unfit. You know what I mean? So it's like it's those things where you make those lifestyle changes. So you said, you know, you took it upon yourself to get off the drugs, get off the meds, rather. I'm gonna say off the meds because they be thinking weed is a drug, but it's not.
It's not.
You just allow Mother Earth to heal you.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And you know, so
leeches are a part of medicine, and
They got the frog thing. You know the frog poison. Y'all know that one.
The what?
They put the frog poison on you. That's for medication. Listen.
I don't know a lot about this type of stuff. All I get is migraines. That's it. Y'all got something for that? Weed. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll be blazing up after the show. Because I got one right now. But I just, it's so crazy to say that you
Right.
were 274, you know, but you've always been skinny. So understanding that, I say all that to say, to reiterate to you guys that you don't know what these these people's situations are when you're walking around seeing somebody, because you get that, how the hell you let yourself get so big? You know, how did that happen? You don't care about yourself. You just let yourself go. She not worried about anything, or, whatever the case. And it's like, you never know what somebody's reasoning behind gaining the weight is. And so how have you been received more so? Like,
by people, this is where the part about losing weight that I think is important for anyone who's going through the journey and is going through the journey to talk about is people don't say anything to you when you gain weight. When you're gaining and you're getting bigger, no one says to you, stop, you've gotten too big, this is too much.
Hey, whoa there.
But the moment you decide,
down the donuts.
yeah, but the moment you decide I'm gonna do something healthy, I want to take care of me, I want to take care of my vessel, no, I don't eat that anymore, no thank you, no, this, that, and the third. Now you're sick. Now you're too thin. Like, I've literally had a battle buddy or battle buddies come to me and tell me don't lose any more weight. And I had to check them and tell them, like, let me tell you something. First off, I actually still weigh more than when you knew me. It just looked different. So don't get it twisted. That's the part that people...
That's the part that people get misunderstood.
But
That's the
seriously,
whole thing. When I was big, it was like, oh my God, you should think about losing weight. Now that I'm losing weight and I can drop it quicker now, because now, like the yo-yo guy, when you gain weight, you can lose it. It's easy to lose it. So when I lose the weight, then it's like, oh, you need to slow down. Oh my God, stop. How much more weight you gonna lose? Pick a side.
It's like you getting
And then my favorite thing is, ooh, you look good then too, but you wasn't trying to talk.
How good did I look?
Right.
If I looked so good when I was fat as fuck, then why wasn't none of y'all trying to holler at me?
we're getting cozy. Y'all, this is Aysha from Bellamy Black LLC. Check us out on Talk to Me Tuesdays with Just Jocelyn every Tuesday night, 9 p.m.
Hey girl, hey! We got our next guest right up on the couch joining us, Miss Tyshanique. Here, she right over here real quick.
Meet me the fuck outside, because what the fine thing is fuck.
I feel like fat as fuck is how you feel about yourself.
Okay, that's
If I feel like I'm
she
fat as
keeps that
fuck,
shit clean.
then I'm fat as fuck.
Okay.
But I have a question. Okay, so
Wait, no, I just wanted to come on this.
you right. Before you
Because the whole time I was talking, I said, bitch, somebody better buzz me clean the fuck.
clean the bucket.
Ding, 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 or I'm not gonna run up on
She's
this.
here.
Okay.
So my question is,
Can you introduce yourself?
right,
Oh, I'm sorry.
right, because the conversation
So,
is slow.
I'm sorry.
Let
Yeah.
the people know.
So for those who don't know me, Google me. No, I'm just kidding.
That part.
I am the Great University, Tyshanique, but now I just take the name as the Great University, brand strategist, PR, marketing consultant, and a speaker.
Period. Hey
That's
girl.
it, that's all.
Exclamation.
What's that?
All the grammar.
Even though you came here ready to fight me.
Well, no, I wasn't at first.
You said you was about to jump in on this show.
I said,
and
because one
fuck
more
us up.
factor.
She was on
One more factor.
She's like, all right.
I said, listen, I was locking eyes on both of them like, somebody better clean this shit up, somebody better raise their hand and say, bring it on.
Bring it on. Bring it in.
Bust me the fuck.
Okay, so I see in my head, like I make jokes, I'm still fat in my head. And I still carry that with me. Like that's
Fuck
still,
that.
I have clients who
I would let
the
them move on and I don't fast fuck.
and that's just it's all a mental thing. I have clients who come in and be like, hey, big guy. And in my head, they still see, or they don't even know who I was before, but to me, I still see fat ass. So when people are like, Kevin, you can't call somebody fat, the fuck I cannot, no, yes.
Okay.
I haven't even gotten rid of my clothes.
Right, and no,
Right,
I use that.
Because in my head, I can still,
And I'm
yes,
not-
because
I
I've
still-
done the back and
Right,
forth.
that way, how big we talking?
But when at one point I got down to 205, but then I went back up to 250, and you know that back and forth extra,
That's
it's so
inches.
much.
Yeah, inches.
So like to get rid of this stuff, even though I know now I would never be able to even get in it. I know my lifestyle isn't that anymore. However, it's something in the back of your head that you battle with, and you're like, just in case. Just in case.
I feel like that's a negative connotation that you manifested
It
in your
is.
life, girl.
It is,
Get
and
that thought. You made that change. You did that work. And keep up the good work and give me
It's
oyster.
because now it being plus size is okay.
It's
But
decent.
It's decent, but
Yeah,
it's just
it's
like
the bad part.
That part.
But
That
it's
part.
just it's
Hold on,
hard.
we gotta calm down, guys.
It's really not
It sounds decent unless you're living that
Right,
life.
but see, if you're saying, well, it's wrong. But
Exactly.
why is it healthy now but not then?
It's still not healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
the mindset of our
The
people are
mindset,
unhealthy.
exactly.
So what we do is we adapt these things to make us feel better.
Right.
So we adapt to, okay, so if I start saying it's decent, if I start saying that being unhealthy is good, and I start this trend, we're in a dick eating season. So the minute we start a term and everybody, now it's not, you know, big girl, it's no, you're not fat, it's a big girl. Now we put some positive. No, the reality is that no matter how good you may feel, the reality is your heart has to pump more and has to work harder to sustain this. So regardless of whether or not I look gooder than a motherfucker in a pair of jeans because I'm thick and I got all this ass, but don't you know my back hurt because I got all this ass. My knees hurt, you know what I mean? And these are the things that big people don't want to talk about.
Yeah, usually you lose your titties
I
in the ass
get
first. That's
that.
first. When we got a comment,
Rock Hair Forever says, people tell me it's not going to last when I'm dying.
That part too.
that's the haters, man. So the reality is, like y'all said, y'all touching on, the reality is the lifestyle, you gotta do this shit for you. Confidence really is the key. It really does come down to if you feel good at your weight, at your size, whatever, whether you have, if you're unhealthy and your doctor say, listen, you know, your heart is pumping too much and you're coming in the coronary artery failure or whatever, then yes, figure your shit out and deal with it and handle your business. But if you feeling good, because the reality is the people, like you said, they gonna fuck with you regardless. Then it's like, oh my God, you lost so much weight, but I haven't seen your ass.
Right.
I had somebody say, where is the rest of you?
Gone.
And I didn't even know that. And I didn't even know I lost no weight.
Right, you was like, babe,
I was like, I think I lost like 7 pounds.
and
What are you
that's
talking
a
about?
lot though. That's a lot.
It was like, well, where's the rest of you? Like, where's your neck? I'm like, well, how big was my neck? Because I didn't realize that.
That's when you realize people are phony as shit. Because I've lost weight, right? I post my pictures, and people like, damn, you look good. Oh my God. Well,
Was
you
I
said
under
that
stuff before?
when I had the additional 30 pounds, so you were full of shit. And so, so you know, I'm getting weight loss surgery, and it's so interesting because you see how she just look, right? A lot of people like,
Reflection.
damn, see?
That's
why?
how we wanted her here.
A lot of people say why, right? It has nothing to do with the outer appearance of what another motherfucker thinks. And I know she loves me. And I know her concern is health-wise, health-wise. I have absolutely, to God be the glory, no health concerns, no diabetes, none of that. But I don't fucking want it. And me getting weight loss surgery is for something for within. I want to see what I look like, and I want to feel the confidence that I believe that I would have if I was smaller. It doesn't mean that she's any better than me because she's smaller.
Right.
Not at all. But there's a vision that I have of myself, and it's not in this size. And I feel like one of the things what
That's the highlight, the vision you have
the
for
vision,
yourself.
fuck
Not
what
how
you think.
everybody
I don't
else
give a
see
fuck
me
about
and
what
how
you
they're
think.
gonna think, right?
Because now I have so many people, and to when I was listening to you, when you said now that you've lost the weight, people are like, oh God, you don't need to lose any more weight. It's so funny that now so many people are so fucking concerned about the weight loss that I'm gonna have, and oh, you got all these concerns, but you're not concerned that I'm carrying this shit day in, day out, that I'm sleeping because it looks good.
It appeals to them.
The reality is, one day I was meditating, and I people always like, if you can, the cliche, everybody, and it's the same, it's true. You can dream it, or if you can see it, you can believe it, right? Where I see my future, my career, my business, me sitting on the chair next to Dr. Oz, me interviewing with Gail King, every vision I couldn't tell you.
Interviewing on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
But
Okay. Welcome to the beginning. Okay.
But I never could see the vision of the success that I wanted, because every time I would go into that place, I seen a smaller person. And I said, okay, so that's the vision that God has for me. I need to meet that vision so I can meet the success level that I'm on my way to. So if I have to do some things to get there, then that's what I'm going to do. I don't give a good goddamn what nobody thinks about the weight loss surgery.
So what surgery are you for
The gastric sleeve.
Okay, so you're gonna get a gastric sleeve, and because nobody on here has surgery, right? So what? Tell us, like, so because I know
But you
that.
see how he said it? Like, no.
No.
No, educate us, because I have friends who have had it.
Yeah.
I've had friends who have had it more than once.
Right.
So
But that's
educate.
because they weren't educated and they didn't make a lifestyle change.
Right.
If you see
so
it
to
in
her
my
comment, the one who commented that I was gonna say,
it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
it's not even an exercise. It's not the yoga. It's not the meditation. It's none of that. Literally, it's what the fuck you put in your body. That is literally it. I still drink a fucking soda with a cheesesteak, absolutely, but I'm not gonna have a soda in the middle of the night. I'm not gonna have a soda in the morning. I'm not gonna have a soda at lunch. I'm gonna figure out when I need it and when I can have it. That's really it.
I have a very active lifestyle, and you know I go to the gym every single. I'm addicted to the gym. It's therapeutic. It's therapeutic for me, right?
Okay.
However, although I work out every day, I still don't see that image I want, and I'm not rushing it. And I'm not saying to those people who are like, well, you already losing, because that's what I get. You lost so much. You should just keep going. You don't know how many times I've gone back and forth with losing and putting it back on, and I'm tired of it. And there is a certain thing, to go back to the confidence piece that you were saying to the person in the comment. What people don't realize is when you are overweight, I don't give a fuck who talks this shit. Oh, I'm confident, bitch. Let me tell
bullshit,
you, that's a fucking lie. Because even in terms, and let me be clear, I am a bold bitch. I influence thousands. I impact lives. I do this. I stand on stages in front of hundreds and thousands, and I pour out, and I know how to motivate. But it is a motherfucking different thing when you gotta look at yourself in the mirror every day, and the world says, bitch, you ain't good enough. So you have to put on an extra armor to prepare for
extra layer.
Because whether we notice it or not, people still give you certain looks.
Of course.
People still, and here's the thing, I don't even eat what people, because they think that you eat.
That you just sit around and just eat donuts
every
and
day.
chicken.
I don't even eat that shit.
I didn't eat when I was happy.
I don't eat.
You scared to eat.
It wasn't an appetite. I literally didn't have an appetite. I was on pills. The pills were my appetite.
Right.
That was my food. That was my meal. I didn't eat anything.
Shit, 32.
But
God
now,
damn, yeah.
I'm hungry all the time. Please feed me.
And now that my metabolism is burning so much because I work out, now I have more of an appetite. But before losing the weight, I wasn't hungry.
Right.
But people have this idea like, oh, she's just fat and lazy. Not at all. I can outrun probably some of the smallest motherfuckers I can run. And I'm athletic. But it's still, this is on me.
Yeah.
And I fucking
So
run.
with the sleeve, so again, we're all asking for like information and education on it. So as far as preparation, because I know with the surgeries, most weight loss surgeries that you go get, or even cosmetic surgeries, there's preliminary things that when you're
6
in, you have
months.
to do. Okay.
6 months of, it's a 6-month process.
Okay.
It could be even longer depending on what insurance you have.
Okay.
6 months, and that's the thing that I still battle with. Like, if I could do this in 6 months, why can't I do this longer? But the reality is I still have my weak moments. Because after the surgery is done, I'm still gonna have the same cravings when I smell somebody fried chicken or. But the thing about it is that I realized the more drastic things you do, you stick to it because it was so drastic. It's worth it. And so in 6 months, you cut pretty much everything.
Okay.
So alcohol, 2 months prior, you can't have any alcohol.
Okay.
Smoking weed, cigars, any of that, you can't.
I'm out.
That was why I couldn't. That was it right
Yeah.
there. He quit right there.
I just got on the weed because they told me it's gonna help my migraine, so I got some out on that.
But they didn't say you couldn't have edibles.
She got the loophole.
She was like, got it.
No sugar, stuff like that. But all of that is really bullshit because I'm still human.
Right.
It's pretty much cutting it back.
Do they make you lose a certain amount of weight? Because I have heard there's a certain, like you have to lose a certain amount of weight.
That's a lie.
Okay.
You don't. They want to see that you can lose it because what it does is, so one of the things I've learned, because I'm going to get like lipo and all that when I'm done.
Okay.
Tummy tuck and all
Give us the
that.
rundown.
When
So
I
when
go-
you get the gastric sleeve, what does that do? That helps you.
That takes my stomach from whatever way it is here,
Okay.
and it makes it literally like a banana.
Like
So now,
Portion control.
completely. So when I could normally eat 2 slices of pizza, I won't even be able to eat a half a slice. I won't even be able to eat a slice anyway because it's so greasy.
Right.
So it pretty much stops you. Now, to go back to you when you were saying some of your friends have gotten it, they've gotten it multiple. I just seen someone, I don't even want to say it because I don't want to feel like I'm talking about, but I've seen people who put the weight back on massively, right?
Yeah.
But I've contemplated with this surgery for years. On years. Oh, I should get out. I'm scared. No, because I listen to other people. No, I'm scared. And so I think if I would have gotten it then, I would have put the weight back on because I wasn't so ready for it. Now I'm ready to see Tyshanique completely. I'm ready to walk in it. And I know that image and branding, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Image is essential. I'm not going to say it's everything, but it is essential.
It is
Whenever you
everything.
say that, it is everything. My aunt told me.
No, I didn't say everything.
I said everything. My image is everything.
I was
Okay.
everything.
Y'all just gonna get all this work.
Everything.
Okay.
Well, not even just that, but even like just the face of the company.
Yeah.
My aunt had her own business. She started it a few years ago before, we really want to start businesses. A while ago, actually. And her face isn't on anything. And before I started Saints in the Streets and Free Show, he told me, okay, like, try not to put your face, like, don't put your face on me.
Okay.
So, like, my models, like, whatever, but it's just like my face isn't on the profile picture.
Okay.
It isn't, you don't know who the person is behind it.
Right.
Fall in love with the brand first. Fall in love with the meaning behind it. Fall in love with what I'm giving, what I'm
Because people
selling.
will gravitate to who you are, and if they don't like this,
Even
But it also depends on what the brand
brand
is.
is right, it's you.
and so y'all gonna see his face, because this is
No,
your
no,
Hello.
I'm selling all of this.
All of it.
And so,
It ain't going.
no. This is still, this is why I work out so much now.
okay.
Now I'm actually
fall
in,
right into it.
because I have this, which I hate, right? And so, people always like, but your stomach is small. But listen, I want the core strengthened. I want muscle, like, because when I go for that surgery, that shit comes down. So because I've seen other people have it, like, ooh, bitch,
And then
you
all
should
they
be
go about it.
and everything is
That's
because
why I've always been.
they didn't do it in advance. They didn't prep.
Didn't start.
I've already been working out prior to even making a decision. Now I'm working towards making sure that I got, and I don't know about the six pack, but I'm working towards getting at least one of them.
Okay.
And build from there.
Make sure it's packed up.
It's flat.
Just
It's
pack
in
it
there.
up.
It's
I'll
there it
repack.
is.
So that when they go and do the lipo, it's not so much, because I don't want a whole lot of scar tissue
I thought I was going to end up
in the
with
tummy tuck.
so much skin because I was a size 24. Like when I show people pictures of me,
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, that's you. Yes, that's me. It's a pillow on my sofa. People don't know that's me. They think it's a sister. That's me." And that was smaller, Big Aysha. But I didn't end up with any of that because I was very consistent. And that was what I was going to say too. You're already in the gym. You made your decision. You do what you need to do. But a lot of times people overlook is when they're going into this journey, we pick whatever society says. Okay, if you're on a weight loss journey, you have to go to the gym. If you're on a weight loss journey, you have to do this as your physical activity. You find what speaks to you. I know people who did their journey and they boxed. That was their physical
Right, find
activity.
your thing.
You have to find your niche.
Or walking. I like to walk.
That's
That's
what
what
you
you
say,
say.
gym. That's still in my head. It's still like in my gym. We had boxing. We had yoga. Like we had so much.
Now, yoga
Go
was,
to
and I
the
tried
yoga.
yoga. Couldn't get into it.
Really?
This motherfucking tree stands, bitch. It
But
turned
see,
into a
now
broken
you gotta
branch, bitch. I
go
can't.
for the yoni
Bitch,
yoga.
fuck, I couldn't. My
Do
fucking.
the yoni
How
yoga.
long am I on my motherfucking knees like this, bitch? You keep talking about this
But
stretch.
you
I can't.
But them knees work when they need to work.
No, I don't. I'm a pro, bitch. I'll do a fucking headstand, bitch. I ain't getting my motherfucking knees. For nobody.
I meant like work like in the.
Right.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't really.
Oh, I thought you
We
meant
got the
that.
memo.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Y'all bad.
Instead, we're gonna talk about that on the next episode.
No, but I ain't fuck these things. You know.
So they tell you 6 months preparation. You know, they didn't give you a destination weight loss. They just said they want to see you actually do that work before.
You're automatically going to lose the weight if you do the work because of how much you have to cut back. You're going to. And I just, real fast to touch on what you were saying, why you didn't have the flabby skin. The reason why those who have WLF, they get the weight loss surgery, they have all of the extra skin, is because you lose it like that. And so your body the elasticity is like,
Exactly. It ain't get a
it
chance.
ain't get a chance to actually work.
Snatch oil that thing.
So it's like,
Shake
well, no,
up.
I have a product that's coming out Black Friday, but
Here.
that's
That's my
Okay,
next
those
story.
are-
Let us know.
that's for those
Get
who
them
have,
arms.
that's for those who have weight loss surgery. It will be for those, and not just weight loss surgery, those who have flabby skin. But that's what made me do the
Because I
product.
got
Yeah, and that's why people are looking at the pictures and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm using my product, but I just haven't put it on the market yet because it's still being tested through focus groups.
Oh, okay, cool. That's exciting.
Girl.
So, with all of
I
these
do. I actually- I
people and having all of these different experiences, I definitely want to, and with where you are currently, like I know Tyshanique, you just mentioned like you haven't gotten your surgery yet. However, you've been working out, you've been doing this, and is your confidence like changing? Has it been changing, or is this just like once I get this, then I'm gonna be cool?
That's why you have to see a psychiatrist before you get the surgery. It's
Okay.
mandatory.
Okay.
Because if you feel like as soon as you get this surgery you're gonna be all right, you're going to jump off of a fucking bridge.
For sure.
Because the internal things that I've had to deal with, what I realize is that I'm an emotional eater. When I'm sad and upset and shit is not right, I want to snap or something needs to go in my mouth.
Right, something, I need something.
So,
Something to follow.
and
Sorry.
but those emotions, those things that I have yet, that I still go to therapy for and talk
Yeah.
about, and my mother and all those things, those things aren't gonna go away.
Exactly.
So the confidence I have now is that's why I post those pictures. That's why, because it's in just my panties and wish a bitch would say something. Because I want to show you, like, it's a process to get there. I would have never did that before. And it wasn't even about the weight loss at all. It was, I've just gotten to a place within myself where I don't really give a fuck about what you think of me. And it took, and you know that, it took me some real working out, because at the end of the day, I know you're going to have an opinion whether good or bad.
Exactly. In between.
Skinny, fat, beautiful, ugly, whatever. So how about this? I'm just going to fuck with me.
I'm putting it out
Just
there.
be you.
And the fact that you looked at it,
Just
just
be
you, thank you.
That part.
Yeah.
That's important.
And so I just have that confidence because of that. And
Yeah. So that's basically, and that's where I was trying to go with it. And I want the rest of you guys to answer as well, because a lot of people do equate weight and size and everything to the core of that confidence or the core of that self-esteem, and it's just like it's so much deeper than that.
And that shit,
And I
that's
never
what it
knew
was.
that they made you go see a therapist or psychologist or anything prior to that. And that is, I'm so against medicine. I just think they're all corrupt. But that's a really good aspect, because if you don't, like you said, it's not gonna matter. And then everybody else is gonna see you as, oh, you're so great, you look so amazing. And it's just like, and I still feel like shit. Well, what the fuck? Why is it? Now I can wear a crop top, I'm out of the bikini, but I'm still
And
feeling
that
like
is a
shit.
concern of mine, to be
Yeah.
very honest, if I'm being transparent about it. I am concerned that once I
You're not
get
gonna
the
be satisfied.
surgery, I still won't be, because, again, I've dealt with that mental abuse of being overweight for all my life. I didn't just, like, you put on weight, you were, no, I've been fat since a kid.
Okay.
Since a fucking baby. And so I've dealt with this my entire life.
So you gotta unlearn your whole life.
So I have to, and so that shit doesn't change in a year. It doesn't change in a surgery. It doesn't change in one conversation. It is a continual thing. And so it's something I have to continue to work through. The motherfuckers that said when I was a kid, oh, she must got a sandwich in her pocket. I'm talking adults who are family. I'm talking adults who, my mother as a kid would say, when everybody else is getting nice things, we're going school shopping, oh, we gotta get you a girdle. These are things, oh, close your mouth. These are the things that I still could break down on when I think about that. And that shit is not gonna go away when they slice this fucking metal.
All over again.
Now,
It's
you
a
know,
new you. It's literally not
But
her.
yeah.
Fuck her, sure. But it's like you're introducing a new you. Like you're literally going to introduce yourself as
A new me.
That's
And
literally, and mentally to everybody else, you're literally introducing yourself as new you. Same confidence, same you, same Tyshanique, but it's fucked up that you really have to do it because these people saw you as this one way your whole life. And now it's like, I don't have to explain shit. Fuck, it wasn't for y'all, it was for me.
It is
And if
absolutely.
you don't get that, fuck you, I don't even want to meet you again. You knew the whole time, so that you died with her. There it is.
Yeah,
and that's what we have to, you have to tell yourself that.
yeah,
Literally have to tell yourself that.
it's a serious thing, and that's why I love that you guys have me on here with smaller people, because I love the conversation, like, you know, and I know we gotta wrap up, but even the spouse,
You call me small!
but even with the spouse that I have, right? People that know him and know that how he feels about me and my size, they're like, you're not afraid to lose him? I fuck him. I don't give a fuck. If you love me for me, then you want. If not, then you know, fuck you in the boat you came in on. Seriously.
That's not a good metaphor.
No, well, not in that case. Not,
But-
babe. If you're listening, I didn't mean
shoot,
fucking
yeah,
boat
she
like
didn't
this.
mean-
Everybody tell me.
Oh,
It was yes. It's not in that. Fuck you in the horse you came in on. Let's change the way you
The
came
horse
in.
you rode in on, that was
No, it's
good.
funny because like you said that you would be told you got a sandwich, right? In your pocket. Even after gaining losing the weight, I'm at family events and being told to go eat.
To go eat a sandwich, right?
You need to eat.
You need to eat.
But that's what I grew up hearing all my life. So when I was bigger, I fit in.
Right. Like your happy now look like it's fucking clumps. Your
And then when I got smaller, it was like, oh, so I went through this, like I went through a heavy spout of depression because I thought I was dying.
Girl.
And because it was natural, because it was, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh my goodness, did I go too far? Oh my God, is there something wrong with me? Oh my goodness, I feel this here and I feel that there. And there's nothing wrong with this vessel. It was getting healthier, but in my head.
Yeah.
That's where the
And
way
you
it
guys,
goes.
so and
That's
I
what
want
the
to
way it
show
goes.
up. That's why number one, I did want to have the different dynamic of people because and I want to bring this to the attention to whether it's somebody in the audience that is experiencing these things, or if you are one of those people that don't realize how you are pouring this bullshit into people. You're having people that are thin, thinking that they're sickly, and it has such an effect, and you don't understand what these people are going through. You have people that are thicker looking at people that are skinny, wanting to be that, or vice versa, not realizing what those people are going through as well. Everybody is so focused and hell-bent on what the next person looks like and trying to compare themselves. It's like we're all racing to the same thing and nobody's happy with themselves.
And that shit is hard. I was a horrible mother to my oldest daughter because of my weight. Because of what I have, my daughter is thick, is a big girl. She's not like my size, but she do see my daughter. Because I didn't want her to go through and to be talked about, I shoved down her throat the idea of, listen, you gotta lose this fucking weight, but I didn't say it nicely. So I've made her cry. And that was never my intent, but I still didn't see nothing wrong. And I became a little bit like my mother.
Yeah.
But my mother wasn't doing it because she didn't want me to be overweight. She just didn't like me. So anything to fucking tear this bitch down, we gonna do it in front of whomever. Whoever tears her down in front of me, I'm not gonna stand up for her. For me, when I realized like, oh, I'm hurting her, I had to change my relationship with her.
Yeah.
And now she goes to the gym. She's excited. Like, Mom, oh, yo, it's 4 o'clock. We
Because you can give that encouragement and it doesn't have to be in a tear down type of manner. You know, and I spoke on this the other day at an event, and it's just like when we're trying to help people, or we think we're trying to help people, or we're trying to tell them what they think is good for them, watch your delivery. You can tell somebody, hey, I'm really concerned for you. You know, how are you? How are you feeling? Without saying, damn, girl, you fat as shit. When you gonna lose weight? Bitch, after I whip your ass, I'm sure that's gonna make me lose like 200 calories after I beat your ass. But you don't understand, everybody's not in a space where they can receive that and let that shit roll off.
No.
You know, you can't just keep on being like, oh, you need to eat something, you need to eat something. You don't know what somebody's going through, and you're saying, oh, you need to eat something, and now I'm sitting thinking like, oh shit, well maybe I am.
Right.
Everybody in my family's fat. You know,
That's
like we
it.
gonna follow what it is.
It's
Like
what it is.
just because, but that's that projection. But we ain't even gonna go there because it's like, oh, all of y'all are fat. So now I'm thinking something's wrong with me. Well, no, my body's just shaped different, but we don't understand how we put that on people. and we do it so subconsciously, so effortlessly, and we do it all the time, and that's why we all have these psychological issues. It's not even that, being a thick girl or weighing a 12 or 24 or 2 or whatever makes you any different, honestly. But it's all about, and I don't even like to use the term society puts it on us. We do this shit ourselves.
For sure.
We're in a group of people right now, and we all do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're doing it. But people try to use the word, like they use the term society as like a scapegoat. There's no, that is us.
To everyone else.
It's just like everybody but you. No, motherfucker. Well, if it's all of us, we're part of the society. And we feed into it and we buy into it. We buy into it. We buy into it.
People want to. So you know how when it's all good, we're all friends until now I start to move up the ladder. Now it's competition. That's to go back to it's fine when I'm in your same boat. But now when I step out and I say I want to do something that's going to make me better, the shit that you don't have the willpower or the mental capacity
that you ain't
to
dealt
do,
with,
that you ain't want to do. Now you want to project your negativity because you want to keep it. Fuck you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm getting weight loss
Not
surgery.
your girlfriend.
Everybody says why. Bitch, why not? First of all, I'm at a point in my life I don't owe you a motherfucking explanation or an excuse. As I am.
I'm looking for you.
Now let's say be smaller on your jacket or something.
You know what?
As soon as I come out that bitch, I'm gonna need some new clothes. Okay, go fund me.
Right, go fund me for all the gear.
All the gear.
All the gear.
So, and Tyshanique, I want to ask you this before we kind of close out and go into, so I know that you're having a weight loss surgery. You touched on your daughter real quick, and one of my questions that I had was, would you suggest the weight loss surgery to your daughter?
She wants it,
Okay.
but she's only 15.
Okay.
And I told her, Mommy has to get it.
Okay.
You don't have to get it. You are so young that you can do it how we're doing it now. If you stay consistent like this now, it becomes a part of your lifestyle. At my age, 24 today,
Okay.
I'm not saying my time is ending, but I just want to go.
You need a boost. Let's
let's
just
just
go
go and get it over with. I've been battling this, and the depression that I battled. I'm telling you, people would never people say you so confident, you always got this motherfucking smile. If you seen within that bitch, it's cracked the fuck up. It was dust. I was in pieces. I attempted suicide. I all these things because of being depressed, and much of it had to do with the weight that I put on, the weight that I've always been. Because no one said to me nicely, don't drink 3 hugs today at this cookout.
Yeah.
Why? Just and they used to make it cute. That's fat. That's fat mom.
Yeah.
That's butterball. That shit all fucked with me because you ain't calling her butterball. You saying she pretty. But when I come and say, hey fat.
So we have to watch how we're talking to our children, especially. Watch how you're talking to your children. Watch how you're talking to your friends and your family members. Watch the things that you are putting out there. Watch the projections that you're doing. And if you do have somebody in your life that's, whether they're small or bigger or whatever the case, if you feel like they're unhealthy, make sure you're coming to them from a place of love and genuine concern and not judgment and hate, because it is felt and it hurts like hell. I want to thank all of my amazing guests for being here today. I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in to Talk to Me Tuesday. I love you all. Catch the replay.
Yo, it's your girl Tyshanique from the Great University. I had an amazing time listening at Talk to Me Tuesday, which is each and every Tuesday. If you're not on, if you're not watching, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Listen, each and every Tuesday, Talk to Me Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern.